To stay up to date, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. Hi everybody, Ira Miller with Ira Grizzard Real Estate, the Villages expert. Today, I'm coming to you from my home office, okay? You get a little peek inside my home here in my office. This is my own office that I have here at home. You can see a lot of personal pictures, American flag, my little $2 bill thing there I have on the wall. So, I haven't put out a video in a while, I think. I've been really trying to, I've been kind of busy on so many different levels, it's just crazy. But I did want to make a video. The reason I'm making a video from my home office is because, you know, look, this is the season. January, February, March, this is, what is today? Oh, today's March 1st. Okay, March 1st. Really, really super busy, and I want to thank all of you who have called me and said, hey, I've been watching your videos, I love your videos, and I want to work with you. And thank you. I love working with y'all. Hopefully, all of you that I am working with are happy with the results. I'm sure you are. I actually have 2 assistants to help me help you. So I have one assistant that does all my video and marketing and all that, social media. I have another assistant, Paige, who you probably saw when we celebrated our 5,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. So thank you all for making us successful. But I wanted to come to you today because I'm a little concerned. And I'm going to put up some graphics because in one of my videos, it's news sources of the Villages News Network. They kind of keep us up to date with what's going on around the Villages. And as the Villages developer continues to develop, further south, they just got approved to go high density in Leesburg. So all this property that they have off of the Turnpike exit in Leesburg, they've just gotten approval to go high density and commercial property and stuff like that. Apartments. I see them building apartments at Brownwood. And that's a scary thing because now they're not just building single family homes, they're building high density apartment style housing that has all of the access to the amenities here in the Villages. And to me, that's a scary thing because they're packing them in as much as they can. They're packing people into the Villages, and it's all about making money, as much money as they can make. And now if they can go high density with apartment style living and then putting that burden on all the recreation, on the golf courses, on the rec centers, on the swimming pools, on the town squares, on the restaurants. To me, that's an issue. That's an issue that needs to be raised, and it needs to be, people need to be aware of that, okay? And that's why I'm making this video today. It's a concern. I mean, this is uncharted territory that the developer is going down, and from the surface, it looks scary to me. I mean, you know, years and years ago, when I worked for the Villages, we were up in Marion County building, and we were getting ready in about a year to go back south and go across 466. There was nothing, zero across 466 when I was working for the Villages. So that just, if you know anything about the Villages, that'll tell you how far back that is. So that was, I think, 2004 maybe. But actually maybe 2003, because 2004 they did go across 466. But there was a fellow called Farnsworth, and Mr. Farnsworth filed a lawsuit against the Villages developer to stop them from developing any further. And he cited water concerns about the water. And how is that going to affect the water supply for all the people in this area? Now, me working for the developer at that time, I'm like, oh no, I've only been working for him now at this point 3 years, and I see my career kind of going by the wayside. So I'm like, oh man, I hope they prevail. I hope the Villages prevails against this Farnsworth guy, who, from my understanding, he was I think he owned a cable company down in West Palm Beach or something. Sold out that cable company. He was a multimillionaire. He moved up to this area, and he didn't want to see the urban sprawl. So he files this lawsuit. It says, with the continued development of the Villages, this is going to affect our water supply. And so I think it went on for a year and a half, I don't know. The Villages developer actually bought some property, which is now Summerhill, to build over there to try to keep us employed in selling homes while this lawsuit was going. So that's how Summerhill came about, actually. And Summerhill was built in 2003, so that tells you when all this was going on. So they eventually obviously lost. They came up with this system that said they're going to go not into the aquifer, but there's actually a lower aquifer underneath the drinking water supply system. And they're saying they're going to drill into the lower aquifer, which is kind of like gray water. It's not drinkable, but they're going to bring that water up. They're going to irrigate the golf courses, and what that's going to do is it's going to fill up the retention ponds. And then from the retention ponds, that's where a lot of the reclaimed water comes from to water all the lawns in the Villages. And so the whole theory was that water will soak through, the grass will get watered, and then it'll continue to soak through back into the aquifer. It's going to replenish the aquifer, and there's not going to be any water problem. So that's the whole theory with that in a nutshell. Anyways, fast forward 17 years, this is 2020, and now I see the Villages just building as much and as hard as they can, and now with this population density, it's a concern to me, okay? And I'm sure it's a concern to a lot of, if you live in the Villages, you're probably concerned as well. You know, what is all of this building, what is all this population going to do to me, who's a resident of the Villages? What is this going to do to me? I mean, how is this going to overburden, everything that I'm enjoying right now by being a resident of the Villages? I mean, so far I don't see much commercial activity going on, and I certainly don't think what is going on is enough to support the amount of homes that they're building. And now that they're building these condos and apartment-style living, who knows where this is gonna lead. But anyways, that's why you see me making videos of all these other communities, like Del Webb, Spruce Creek, Stonecrest, Del Webb, Stone Creek, and Ocala, on top of the world, because I want to give people options. And not only people that are looking to move into the villages, but also people that are living in the villages, that they feel like, well, you know what, it's getting a little too crowded, it's getting a little too big, it's a lot bigger, a lot more crowded than I had anticipated, and so I'm looking for a smaller community. This is why I'm bringing this stuff up, because now my what I'm going to focus on next is going south. So all those communities I just mentioned are north. I'm going to focus going south. I've gotten approval from the plantation to go ahead and video that community. So I'm going to really go into depth. I've done kind of an overview of the plantation, but I really didn't go into depth. I missed some recreational complexes that are over there. I'm going to bring that to you. Arlington Ridge is another one going south, and the beauty of those places going south is very close to the turnpike. They're a few miles from the turnpike entrance going south, and you're probably half hour, 40 minutes from Disney World, half hour, 40 minutes from the airport, the Orlando airport, Universal, Orlando, all that stuff. You can just jump on the turnpike and bam, you're there. So, or if you're going over to Apopka, to the kind of the northeast side of Orlando, you can shoot down 441, shoot across 441 and get over there pretty quickly as well. So those are things to come. That's what this video is all about. I want to tell you about what there are to come. Oh, and I am going to be shooting the models for On Top of the World. Now, I'm sure you've seen some models about Del Webb Stone Creek. Now I'm going to shoot the models for On Top of the World. Arlington Ridge, I have contacted the developer over there. They're still building homes over there. So I want to go over there, talk to him, show you what Arlington Ridge is all about, and they're still building over there. So hopefully they have some models that I can video. So all this stuff is coming about that I'm going to bring to you. So you can see and you have options, because the Villages isn't for everybody. Now, if you live in New Jersey, like Atlantic City, or the Jersey Shore, or Pennsylvania, like Philadelphia or something, if you're used to all of this population density and congestion, because I've run into people that say, you know what, this is nothing. I live in New York City. And so what's going on here is nothing to me. There's other people that come from rural areas and say, oh, this is just way over the top. This isn't for me. The Villages is too big. There's too many people. It's too congested. I run into that a lot too. So that's why I'm giving you options as the Villages expert. And as you know, I'm going to tell you the truth about everything. So hopefully this is just another video to explain to you some of the concerns that people have expressed to me. And that's why I wanted to go ahead and do this video today from my home office. And I'm going to try to get that. I'm getting this video out early next week. So, any questions, so be looking for these videos of these other communities, of these other models. Oh, and by the way, you probably don't see, if you've been a subscriber for a while, you may have noticed that the Villages models are gone. I had to take them down because the Villages developer, unlike these other developers, they took offense at me going inside their models and shooting these models for you guys. And so they made me take them down. And so I won't even go into the details about how or why they made me take them down. But everybody I've told this to says, they're like dumbfounded. Well, isn't this only in their benefit? Absolutely. Those models that I had of the villages online here, so many of you people reached out to me and thanked me for shooting those models and for allowing you at home to be able to see what is available. And that only benefited the developer of the villages. And so why they took offense of that, I don't know. You know what I mean? I didn't ask them if I could take videos of their models. I had one of their sales agents bring me over there, open up all the models, let me in, so I legally obtained access to these models, but they still took offense at that. So anyways, you won't see those models because they won't let me put them on this YouTube channel. Now, maybe I can convince them to change their mind after I put everybody else's models on there. Maybe they won't. You know, I'm not even going to go down that road with them about, you know, and talk about them. But so that's what happened to the models. They made me take them down, but I'm going to bring you all these other communities. I'm going to bring you all these other models. You're really going to enjoy what I have coming up. Hopefully I can get all this done in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And give you your options so you can see both people living in the villages who maybe want to look for another option and leave, or you as the buyer out there, give you some options. So lately, a lot of my tours have just been community tours. I haven't even been showing homes. I've been showing communities, and because it just takes all day for me to take you around without seeing any homes. We go around and look at the plantation. We look at Arlington Ridge. We look at Royal Highlands. We look at Del Webb Spruce Creek, Del Webb Stone Creek, on top of the world, Stonecrest. I mean, that's a huge area to be able to be visiting, for me to be able to show you. So, and when you narrow down the community, that's when we'll go ahead and look at homes in that community, if and when you're ready. All right, so I'm going to end this video here. Just want to let you know what's going on. Thank you so much for being a viewer. Please be a subscriber. Please go ahead and hit the bell icon up there so when I do make these other videos, you'll be notified immediately that these videos are up online. You'll really enjoy them. I've got a brand new camera here that I'm going to be shooting these with, and you'll really see the quality going up. And you're really going to enjoy what's coming up on this video channel. So thank you for watching. Again, please hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell icon notification, and I'll see you in the next video.